Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 2022, 2023. We're going to talk about year end and what I usually do for my resolutions. And everybody talks about resolutions, and I'm going to talk to you about the difference between a resolution and preparation. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here we are on January 2nd, 2023, and I wanted to talk to you about making resolutions and the benefits of it and the drawbacks to it. Resolutions are awesome. I think it's great to go put your plans on a piece of paper and say resolution number 1, X, resolution number 2, X, and so on and so forth. And you know, sometimes it's good to be able to do that. You have to remember, resolution is a declaration of words. I plan on doing this. I plan on doing that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. All verbal words of a futuristic thing. I don't know about you, but I've had some resolutions across the past of my, time of my life that just did not even come to fruition for whatever reason. I think every resolution starts off with the good intent. We all have good intentions. It's my lack of discipline that puts me in the right position to do it. I'm a firm believer of actions speak louder than words. I can say I'm going to do this. I'm going to say I'm going to do that. So for 2022 going into 2023, I always come up with these words of wisdom for myself, but I woke up one morning after having a dream and the thought that came to me was hit the ground running. That's the thought that came to me. So I want to read you the definition to hit the ground running. I'm going to give you the definition of the term hit the ground running. It came back in World War II. The first of it comes from the troops in combat. They must start running as soon as they get off the plane or train or any vehicle they're being transported from, so that they don't get shot. It is believed that in World War II, paratroopers were given this command as what to do when they landed. So I found that to be amazing. Just in itself, hit the ground running. But let's back the truck up for a second. Did you know the preparation of that parachute is inspected and redone and done, whatever needs to be packed the right way before the parachute even gets on the backpack of the person? You are taught in parachuting to pack your own, and it's one of the first things they teach you to do, because what you do in that preparation of the wrapping those cords, there's a process in a right way and a wrong way to do it. So we're going to tie that into marketing pretty soon. But a parachute has to be tucked and rolled and folded, and then each one of the wires or cords have to be put in certain positions. In order for that rip cord to be pulled out, the parachute has to unfold and open with no obstructions, meaning it can't be tangled. It has to be done the right way. And as a paratrooper, you are supposed to know how to pack your own thing, and then it has to go to another person for inspection. Somebody else is going to double check what you just did. So I want to talk to you guys about preparation. What are we doing for preparation? I can have the best resolution of I'm going to have the best year ever. And I did. But it took me making preparations to be in the right position to get there. This is not you just turn the key. This is not a turnkey process when it comes to business. So there's a difference between being a small business owner and an entrepreneur. Let me read you the definition of entrepreneur. It is a person who organizes and operates business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risks in order to do so. You can have a small business, or would you like to be introduced as I'm an entrepreneur, business owner? It adds a little bit of that element. And it's not about trying to make yourself bigger than what you are. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's a mindset of thinking one thing, acting like another. All right. So that was entrepreneur. So the preparation part of this is, as a business owner, we have to look to see what we're doing to make those resolutions of I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and making preparation for doing that. I want to make preparations for this. My goal in 2023 in January, I want to meet with as many business owners as I can to help network myself into things and help other people and get benefits from that. That's my goal for this. I've already got 3 set up for 2023, just networking with people and reconnecting with people and kind of building that networking philosophy behind that. So now how do I take this into a business? Resolution and preparation. Resolution is I'm going to say this. Preparation is as actually making preparations to do so. All right. As a wedding photographer, my off season is anywhere between December and April. So in that time, first thing I always done, and I've been doing this for almost 15, 16 years now, is make changes to my website to update them, whether image-wise, copyright-wise, statement-wise, whatever those, fresh look-wise, if you're going for that. That's one of my first things that I do is I sit down and just reevaluate my website. What do I want it to say? Add some new images that I was able to capture over there. Because during the year, I just can't keep up with everything and work on my website. So I always want to make sure that I try and keep that part in there as far as being able to go back to my website. Probably the second thing that I do is in my marketing. I always have to make sure that I get prepared for lining up my bridal shows, okay? So for me as a wedding photographer in my off season, I'm getting ready for my bridal shows. I'm figuring out which bridal shows I want to do, which ones I want to pass on, which ones I want to try and get into, and also making sure that whatever I'm bringing to the bridal show is prepped and prepared for ahead of time. One of the things that I do is I look at gear. Do I need to upgrade it in my lenses? Do I need to upgrade it in my bodies? Do I need to upgrade it in my memory cards and things like that? So in this off season, I have that opportunity to just decompress and step back and just figure out. Sometimes it takes an investment when it comes to that, which we're going to talk about marketing in just a second. Here's an example. A clothing designer. They technically don't have off season, meaning in the spring collection right now that's going to be coming out, that was already worked on, marketed, planned, made. All those preparations are made 2 seasons prior to the coming out. So when you're looking at a spring line that's coming out now or going to be coming out in the spring, because I'm in January right now, you're looking at the possibility of those people been working on that since the summer or even the fall. Okay? They're getting ready that far back to get ready for this launch of that. So when the summer comes out, they've already been working on that since the summer before. When the winter comes out, they've been working on that from the winter before. So all of this stuff is done in the background because clothing manufacturers don't have like an off season when it comes to that. They're always working year round in the background for that next launch to come out. That's the way that I want to approach my business. I want it to be a year round working on my projects and businesses, and then during the slow time, implementing them. When it comes to that, working on my website, updating my gear, networking and things like that, and getting ready for my bridal shows that are coming up and getting ready for stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Same thing with if you are a cook. You can't take that block of steak and put it on the grill and start your vegetables at the same time because they're not going to end at the same time. That must be thawed out first, thoroughly, and prepped and marinated and ready. Then when that's ready, you put it on the grill and then you put your vegetables on the grill or potatoes or whatever you're going to do so that everything is ready at the same time. That's the bottom line that we want to do. We want everything to flow together so that we move forward. There's a consistency and a cohesiveness through all of our business. One of the biggest problems that I had with my business was marketing. My philosophy behind it and things like that was just like so far off the mark. But we're going to talk. So what I want to talk about is the difference between that resolution which is words declared, and preparation, which is the action part of that. What am I doing to make preparations for 2023? Getting ready with my bridal shows, getting ready with my literature, updating my business cards, getting my flyers ready, getting my 16 by 20 canvases ready for my show, and so on and so forth. And when it comes to marketing, that's what I'm doing too. I'm getting all of my literature ready. I'm getting my digital billboards ready. I'm getting all of that stuff ready so that I can be prepared to hit the ground running. So my philosophy for 2023 is make those resolutions, but making the preparations that go along with it. And I feel like the preparation is the action part of that. We heard this the other day, that you can have every business book lined up on your workshop and read them all, but if you don't apply the fundamentals to the business, it's just shelf help. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to be information that is just in your head. I want to put to action my words and my plans. I want something to become from everything that I'm trying to do. I want to end this video talking about that, and I want to ask you, what are you doing to make preparations for 2023? Are you a business owner? Are you making resolutions to do X and X and X and X? Now, caveat that with preparations. If your goal is to network, but you never pick up the phone and call anybody, and you're waiting for people to reach out to you. Now, everybody that I reach out to doesn't always get back to me. And sometimes it's just, they're busy and I'm busy, and off seasons or on vacations and things like that. And I get that. But I will always make an effort to do something when it comes to networking. So if I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to network more this year, and I never pick up the phone and reach out to anybody, what good is having a resolution if you ain't going to bother to reach out? So that's what I want to do for 2023. So what are you doing for your preparations? Put that comment down below as far as if you're doing networking, if you're planning on a new building, or you're planning on a move, or you want to refresh the building that you have. So preparations, fresh paint on your walls. That's a great resolution to kind of spruce up whatever your brick and mortar place is if you have one. That's also an awesome thing to do too. With all of that being said, resolutions are good. They're words of declaration of what you plan on doing. Preparation is another. It's the action part to what we need to do. Resolutions are great. Preparations are better. What are you doing to prepare your 2023 to be better than that 2022? The system works if you apply it, but you have to make the preparation ahead of time. All of this stuff is done ahead of time. This is not you wake up one morning and I'm going to go out and print business cards or whatever you're going to do. The preparation must be done in advance. I cannot emphasize that enough. Words are great. Making those preparations ahead of time. Now will always be now. Today is the best day that you possibly could start. Don't wait anymore. Don't procrastinate anymore. I just wanted to touch on that. And last thing I want to say, now will always be now. You'll get that. I'm a firm believer there is no better time than the present. If you don't start now and you procrastinate and put off to another day is going to come around, and you're going to look back and 6 months went by and you didn't do anything. Prepare. If it fails, it's better to fail than not do anything at all. Always, always, always take those failures, use them as successes, use them as encouragement to be able to move forward from there. Have a blessed 2023. Have an encouraged 2020. Hit that like button, and thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notification, and remember to smile more because it hurts less. Peace.